Hey guys, so today I decided to do something completely different from the rest of the times, whereby I'm simply going to wing it the whole way in terms of the entire series that we're going to be talking about creating this entire flow that we'll be doing. So, as I say, the first section today we're going to be talking about the tools I'll be working with. First of all is this particular tool that you're seeing right here, which is Microsoft's Whiteboard. You can get it easily off the Microsoft Store. Okay, there we go. Microsoft Store. As I said, I'm winging it today, so anything can happen. So it's coming off the Microsoft Store, Microsoft Whiteboard. It's a free download. You can use it, and it's a very neat tool for you to use, especially if you're going to be creating these flows, creating your diagrams. You can literally just draw on top of it if you want to draw on top of it. If you want to add some text, actually, let me do it right now. I need to add in, come on, a little bit of text. Add where I want the text, and I can say our email address is simbarashe@myit-lab.com, and it's so easy to use and it's so easy to work with. You can use it as well as you're doing your demonstrations too, wherever you're going to need to demonstrate about whatever flow you're going to be working with. Okay, so that's tool number one. Tool number two, let's see. Let me switch over to my Office 365. That's going to be portal.office.com. Right, once I log in, I should be able to see all the different tools that I'll be working with. First of all, let me log in. Come on, give me a second. There we go. That should fill it in. And I do not want to be kept signed in. No, there we go. So the first tool that I need you to take note of, and let me just open both of them at the same time, but I'm just going to browse through both of them at the same time, is going to be our forms as well as our SharePoint. We're going to create the particular flow or particular process based off a particular trigger, and our trigger is going to come from a form or something of that sort. So if I go into this little corner and I look for, come on, why are you going so slow? There we go. Right, that little corner, I'm going to want forms in a new tab, and I'm also going to want SharePoint in a new tab. And then lastly, I'm also going to want Power Automate. I will do another series at some point where we'll be talking about how you can then create an application on top of this particular flow that we're creating. So first of all, let me go to my forms. There we go. And should I pause? Should I not? No, let's continue going. Our time is still okay. Right, so as we're opening up forms, you can use it to create your different types of forms. If you're going to be doing a survey, like in this case, we're going to be doing a requisition type of form where people will be able to requisite, if that's the case, for a particular service or product that they would want to buy. If you've got your own customer survey that you want to do afterwards, or whatever it is that you're going to need to collect data on, you can actually use Microsoft Forms to do that. Why are you taking so long? I have no idea. Let me pause this and wait for it to load up. Okay, so we're back, and I just needed to make sure all the sites are now open and fully functional. So the first one, as I said before, is going to be forms, and with forms, as I said, you can create your own different types of forms, evaluations, service delivery, as you can see, and you can actually get reports. Let me just open it up. Just open, and I can share it with other people if I want other people to be able to see that particular report or that particular form. I actually want to see how it show you, sorry, as I said, gonna be a lot of mistakes in this particular video. I want to show you how easy it is for you to actually see reports, because by default it already creates your answers and creates them in Excel. So you can actually export it out to Excel, and you can actually generate and see all the different reports already from forms itself. Let me close this up and show you how easy it is to create a form. Just click on new form and you'll be able to add in different types of things. Don't worry, tomorrow when we start creating the triggers, we'll actually go in depth with this one. So as you can see, you can give it a name, you can add new sections and add new things, choices, whether it's going to be a choice, text, a rating, a date, if you want people to add in a date, if you want them to upload a file. In this case, we will need people to upload a file, maybe something like to support the reason why they want to acquire that particular thing. So you can add all these different things. Like for example, you can give a choice. Let me give an example. Are you coming? And you can see I can add these different choices that a person will be able to answer. So that's actually Microsoft Forms. We also need to work with SharePoint. In this case, I've just got a pre-made SharePoint site that we're going to be working with. You can upload documents. So SharePoint is just a document repository that you can use, but you can use it for a lot more things as well. What I'm going to try and do tomorrow, as I said, we're going to be winging it the whole way throughout this series. So what I'm going to try and do tomorrow is actually create a form which goes and into one of my lists, and it's easier to generate reports from lists in SharePoint than it is from an Excel file, because an Excel file will actually become really big, and it's actually harder to share it out unless you put it on a shared location or something like that. But with SharePoint, it's actually an easier way for you to manage your documents and manage all your lists. For example, I've already got a list pre-made. For example, Vista parking record, this is just a list already made, and you can actually use this to create applications. You can use this to create this we're going to do flows tomorrow, and you can see it's very easy for you to actually add more records to it. And then you can export it to Excel if you want. If I want to automate, I can automate automatically from here. If I want to integrate it with other different apps, like for example Power Apps or Power BI for visualizations, it's so much easier to do using SharePoint. Then the last tool we're going to be working with tomorrow is going to be Power Automate. And Power Automate is where we're going to be working. Actually, with Power Automate, we're working with it on the next day, where we're actually going to be creating the automation itself, where you can actually create different flows based off templates, or you can create it from scratch if you want to create it from scratch. And these flows make it so much easier for you to do a lot of different things. Like for example, I'm going to be looking for an approval. So for example, if I go to approvals, it's just maybe I want a yes or no approval. After I create an approval, maybe it's supposed to send an email, or maybe it's supposed to update SharePoint, or whatever it is going to be happening. So these are the tools that we're going to be working with, and hopefully you'll be there with us for the entire series. Remember to follow us on Facebook, follow us on LinkedIn, and also follow us on Twitter for you to be up to date with everything that we're going to be doing. You might be wondering why I'm wearing a hoodie. It is actually quite cold and quite early today, and I decided to just get this out of the way. I was so excited to do this video with you guys. Thank you, and catch you on the next one.